Hello students, this is chapter number 16 from physics. Name of the chapter is semiconductor devices. In this chapter we are going to study such topics like half wave full wave rectifier, which is the application of PN junction diode, then the photodiode, solar cell, light emitting diode, bipolar junction transistor means BJT, and logic gates. So, for studying these topics, we should understand some basic concepts of semiconductor devices. We have already studied these topics in 11th standard, and in our first two lectures, we will revise these topics. So, the basic concepts of semiconductors, like classification of solids in three types: insulator, conductor, and semiconductor. After that, according to band theory, we can classify solid and intrinsic to extrinsic conversion by addition of impurity, and at the end the fact behind PN junction. Okay, we'll start with classification of solid materials. So as we see, materials are actually classified in three states. Three states of matter are there: solid, liquid, and gas. If we consider solids only, then they are further classified in three types, three subgroups actually. So these three subgroups are insulators, conductors, and semiconductors. So that third part of semiconductor we are going to study in our syllabus. So before starting semiconductor, we should understand why it is different from other two, means insulator and conductors. Insulators are those materials which have very high electrical resistance. As they have high electrical resistance, their conductivity must be very less. The examples of insulators like mica and rubber can be taken along with plastic, wood, and glass is also example of insulator. That means current cannot flow through insulators. Then the second one is conductor. Conductor has very low resistance. That means current can flow easily through them. Large amount of current can be flow through the wires of copper, aluminium, or even iron can be taken as an example of conductor. And the third one is semiconductor. So semiconductor is neither a good conductor nor insulator. We have to just convert it from insulator to semiconductor. So examples of semiconductors are silicon and germanium. We can just increase the conductivity of semiconductor by addition of impurity. On the basis of addition of impurity, semiconductors are further classified in two types. Those two types are p-type and n-type semiconductors. Intrinsic semiconductors are pure type of semiconductors, but extrinsic type are classified as p-type and n-type semiconductors, and that we are going to study in next points. Here, before starting the classification, we should understand some examples of the solids like conductors, semiconductors, and insulators on the basis of their electrical resistance. As we can see in this diagram, the electrical resistance on right hand side is increasing, and on the left hand side low electrical resistance is there. As conductors have very low electrical resistance, they are kept on left hand side. The examples of conductors are gold, silver, copper, iron, aluminium. And on the right hand side, where electrical resistance is very high, that means conductivity is low, because conductivity and resistivity are reciprocals to each other. That's why example of insulators like glass, rubber, oil, plastic, and diamonds are there. And in the middle, the semiconductor, The electrical resistance is intermediate between conductors and insulators, and the examples are silicon, germanium, selenium, and the last one is gallium arsenide. It is actually alloy. It is an alloy made up of gallium and arsenic. Now we should classify the semiconductors on the basis of energy band gap between them. So the band theory of semiconductors can be studied on this basis. So we should understand three different energy band available in solid structure. First one is valence band, second one is conduction band, and the third one is the difference of energies between valence band and conduction band, called as forbidden band, or we can simply call it as energy band gap. So these are the three energy bands we can see in solid materials. So on the basis of that value of energy band gap between valence band and conduction band, we can classify materials in three different types: insulators, conductors, and semiconductors. Again, if we take the large difference in the energies between two bands, valence band and conduction band, then such materials are called as insulators. And further, if that energy band gap is very low in the sense, if valence band and conduction band actually overlap each other, then such materials are called as conductors. And in the third diagram we can see, so very small energy band gap between valence band and conduction band is there, which is not more like insulator and also not very less like conductors. Such materials are called as semiconductors. Energy band gaps in semiconductors are of the order of 1 electron volt, but in the case of insulator it is of the order of 5 electron volt. So this is about band theory of semiconductors.